So yesterday I made a post, and the post said, here are the members of the $100 billion club, right? Those members were, number one, it was Bernard Arnault. He's the owner of Louis Vuitton, Moet, and Hennessy, right? LVMH, right? LVMH is on the stock market, right? It's Louis Vuitton, it's Fendi, it's Moet, it's Hennessy, it's Dior, it's YSL, it's Clico, right? The things that people use every day, all day. Johnny Good for sure, family, right? So it's like we use these brands all day, every day. People walk around with them splattered across their chest, so that's one. Number two was Jeff Bezels, right? Owner of Amazon, AMZ, in another publicly traded company, product and service, right? Another brand, another man who's built a multi-billion-dollar empire, trillion-dollar empire, not only with the company, but his own personal wealth increases because he's invested in the stock of his company. Number three, Elon Musk, right? Tesla, another brand that is created off products and services, right? Who's also has majority of his wealth in his stock, in his business, right? Number four was, hold on, let me make sure, because I don't want to give bad information. I want to make sure you have the right information, right? And so number four is Bill Gates. Now, Bill Gates was the creator of Microsoft, but he still owns 1.36% of that brand, which gives him about $30 billion in equity in the business. Awesome. Number five, Mark Zuckerberg, Facebook, another publicly traded company that we can invest in. Number six, Warren Buffett, right? Warren Buffett, right? Berkshire Hathaway. They own, is one of the biggest conglomerates in the world, right? Built this wealth over 60, 70 years in building that. He owns 80% of his wealth is in the Berkshire Hathaway stock, right? Number seven, Larry Page, and number nine was Sergey Brin. Both were the creators of Google, and they own 51% of Google stock. They own 51% of Google brand, which means they also have a lot of the stock, right? And then number eight was Larry Ellison, the owner of Oracle, right? All nine of these men are owners of publicly traded companies, right? Let's get that part first. All nine of these men are owners of publicly traded companies, right? Publicly traded companies, meaning and here's the thing about it. And so one of the things I told somebody was, I said, listen, you have to, in order to build wealth to this magnitude, I understand the fact that it's white men, all right? We understand that, right? We understand that it's white men, like that's obvious. Right, so people were like, where the black people at? Where the women at? We understand that needs to be a play. So my question was, my answer to that was one thing. One, we should have most of our money in investments to build wealth. Right? To build wealth, we have to put our money in investments that's going to keep growing. Great products, great services. These people built wealth, majority of products and services, but also by investing in their own businesses. I've said it a million times. The top elite people of the world have majority of their wealth in stocks. That's it, right? That's the majority. I'm not saying that's the only vehicle. We must use all vehicles. Second, I said, we need to create products and services that have scalability. So somebody said, Trap, none of these men have products and services. I said, what? Like, what do you call what they have? It's a product and service that the world needs, right? So in order to put ourselves in situations, we have to create products and services and then make that go public, right? So somebody said something about reparations, and that's what made this conversation come about for me. I wasn't necessarily saying, and I think I don't like that we get so literal with stuff, right? I made a post today that said, yo, I don't really need their reparations. And so it wasn't saying that nothing is wrong with our people and what my forefathers have done, but all I'm looking at is this. Here's my thing with this. You can't expect something from someone who feel like they did no wrong. You can't expect reparations from someone who feel like they did no wrong. Second of all, why would we be expecting something from someone who've already showed us how they play the game? So my thing was, instead of waiting for that, let's put ourselves in a situation where we go get our own reparations like our forefathers and foremothers did, like our foreparents did. What they did was they went and got it. They went creative situations to put themselves in better, you know what I'm saying? Let's learn how to invest our money. Let's reprogram ourselves, right? Let's reprogram ourselves. If we know the educational system that's being taught in schools is not necessarily taking us to the next level, then why force and depend on that system? Why not say, you know what? Boom. All right, cool. We going to learn that. But look, when they come home, we going to teach them about investing. We going to teach them about finances. We going to teach them about how banking go. We're going to teach them about life insurance. We're going to teach them how to scale a business. We're going to teach them how to run a business. We're going to teach them how to not own land, but also own mineral rights to the land that we buying. Like, if we understand that the system is not designed to take us to the next level, why are we so focused on embedding our kids into the system? That's what I mean about accountability. That's what I mean about not waiting for their reparations and going to get our own. The stock market is a machine that prints money and freedom every day. Why not start teaching our kids about having that relationship with money and investing? You feel what I'm saying? So a lot of people get defensive when you talk about, nah, man, I ain't tripping on their reparations. Because they already showed us, like, yo, they not putting them out there like that. The system printed almost $10 trillion last year. Reparations wasn't a conversation at all. So that shows us that when they feel like printing money, they'll print money. You think they're going to give us the most valuable asset in the world? Land? You think they're going to give us land? This is the most valuable asset in the world right now because they can't create no more land. You think they're going to give us land? Nah, fam. Let's go get the money to create our own land. That's why I created family SOPs. Let's start getting our family instead of waiting for the government to say, yeah, yo, we're going to give them reparations now. Let's come up with group economics within our family. Say, yo, let's go buy a lot here. Let's go buy a lot there. Let's go buy a lot there. I don't care if it's in the country. Let's go buy a lot there. Eventually, the way that they building on land, they going to push it here. Somebody said, well, Trap, what do you think about 2050? I say about 2050, me and my family going to be done bought up so much land, we ain't tripping. We ain't tripping. Instead of me waiting till 2050, or maybe they'll give us reparations in 2050. All right, cool. If they do, that's dope. But if they don't, we've bought 100 acres of land. We've bought 100 lots through family SOPs and learn how to put together group economics. So now we ain't worried about them giving us reparations. My whole thing is saying, why are we waiting on them? If somebody already showed you how they feel about you, what they think about you, and that they ain't giving you nothing, why are we waiting on them to give it to us? Oh, well, my people owe this. You know how many people owe me money in the street? Fam, I've been out the street for a couple years now. They got people still owe me money. I ain't even tripping on that. Has that stopped me from moving forward? Nah, I don't got the energy to wait on that. You know what you owe me, man. I'm not about to keep waiting on you to ask you that. Man, I'm about to push forward, man. I'm about to push forward. How many people owe me money? How many people owe me favors? You know how many people think they got over on me? But I'm not wasting the energy saying, yeah, man, give me that money, yo. Yeah. I'm going to wait for you to give me, yo, you know what you owe me? Man, I don't got time to waste my money and my mindset on that when I can be creating. You feel me? When I can be teaching. I'm teaching my daughter about money, finances, right? I'm teaching my daughter. So, Stank, you ain't got to wait on nobody to give you nothing. Go get it. If you understand the logic that, yo, working this one job not going to save me and my family, why are you teaching your kid to go get a good job? Instead of first teaching your kid how to invest, how to use their credit, how to leverage money, how to invest in the stock market. Cool. If you go get a job, that's secondary. Instead of learning about, my brother was in here yesterday. I heard him talking about, I went on this live yesterday. He was talking about IULs. How many people know what that is? Right? Learning how to leverage your life insurance. Learning how to use life insurance to create infinite banking. They're not going to teach you that, but the Rockefellers did it. All wealthy families did it. They're not going to teach you that. How to create your own bank. How to be your own bank. How to borrow against your life insurance policies. They're not going to teach you that. You got to teach it. They got enough people out here giving us the game. Listen, the wealthy of the world before us, they hoarded the information. It was a reason why they didn't want you to learn how to read. It was a reason why they didn't want you to learn how to buy land. It's the reason why they did so many. How many times our people got backdoored? Our people getting backdoored for years. You know why? Because we expecting them to play the game fair. We expecting them to play the game fair on home field. That ain't gonna happen. Go look at this. I watched this series called Them on Netflix. It's a series called Them. I think that's it. Them. I think that's it. Right? I watched it. And at first I was like, man, why am I watching this crap? Right? Because somebody told me to watch it. But I stayed and I watched it. And you see the backdoor deals that they doing. 20% interest rate on a home. 20%? But our people ain't know no better because they just want to have home ownership, right? They want home ownership. They know you don't understand the language. So if you don't understand the language, I'm gonna talk over your head. I'm gonna talk over your head. I'm gonna talk above you. But if you don't understand it, I'm gonna sweeten it up to make it sound good for you. And now when you buy in, you don't realize, yo, damn, I just signed a mortgage for 20% interest rates. They backdooring us. No, like the game been played this way, yo. The game been being played this way. So why are we expecting somebody to play the game fair? Somebody said whole life, not term. Here's the thing. Learn how to use them all. Learn how to use whole. Learn how to use term. Learn how to use the IULs. They're all instruments. It's not an either or. It's getting around the right people to give you the knowledge to learn how to leverage every instrument that they have out here. Yo, we smart as hell. That's right, man. We super smart. We got the knowledge. We got the knowledge. They got people out here. Look, somebody say whole life is a ripoff. Not if you know how to use it. Whole life, term life, IULs. There's instruments for every situation. Learn how to use them all. Roth IRA, traditional. There's instruments for everything. You just got to learn how to play it. Learn how to leverage the game. Instead of getting stuck into this ain't right, that ain't right, this ain't right, that ain't right. Man, learn how to play the game. Learn how to use every instrument to its maximum potential. The wealthy have hoarded the information forever, yo. They've hoarded the information forever. Now it's no more hoarding. The information is out here. So now what they're doing is they're distracting us. They're distracting us from so many different ways and so many different components. Now you can, because if you're distracted, you're now confused. And if you're confused, they still have the upper hand. You feel me? They got the upper hand. Stop being entertained and let's start getting educated. Stop being entertained and let's start getting educated. It's too many people out here pushing the education. It's too many people out here pushing the knowledge. You see somebody selling a course, you see somebody selling some information, in your mind, man, that's a scam. How that's a scam? What's really a scam is to work 40 hours for 40 years. That's the scam. What's the scam? Going to school from first grade to 12th grade, then go and get 8 more years of college, putting yourself $100,000, $200,000 in the hole to leave out of college, and only 8% of the people who graduate from college can get a job in the field that they went to college for that can make enough money to pay off the loans and start thriving. That's the scam. Why we ain't looking at that as the scam? They're looking at somebody who said, yo, I've lost money learning how to invest. I've lost money doing like this, but I've learned lessons from those situations. And because I've learned lessons for that, and those lessons have helped me in my life, boom, y'all, check this out. Here it is. Here it is. Now that's a scam. How that's a scam? That ain't a scam. The scam is the information that the system has programmed you from the beginning. That's the scam. That's the scam. From the people telling you, yeah, yo, work for 40 years and retire at 65 and the average person dying at 73 years old. Well, that's the scam. Not learning that your bank is only giving you 0.02%, but yeah, come sit your money in the bank. That's the scam. We ain't looking at that as the scam. We cool with that type of programming. We cool with that type of programming, but when you see somebody look like you, sound like you, talk like you, been through what you've been through, and they say, yeah, buy this course for $4.99. Buy this course for join this group for $37 a month. Dude, why are you charging me? Because here's the thing. What you think is free, what you think they're giving you for free, is costing you way more than that $4.97, than that $9.97. That $55,000 I paid for this dude to mentor me. The scam is me not, you know how much it's going to cost me for me not to learn that? We looking at that stuff like that as a scam when that's the stuff that's going to really put us in a situation so we can teach our families forever. You expecting somebody who enslaved your people forever. You expecting somebody who locking us up. You expecting them to give you the game? The lion ain't never told a gazelle how to get away, man. The lion ain't never told a zebra how to get away, man. The lion ain't never told a water buffalo how to get away, man. What are you going to do that for? What are you going to do that for? Then what are you going to eat? You ain't looking at that as a scam. You ain't looking at the fact that, yo, if I look at the last 3 generations of my family, if I look at the last 3 generations of my family and look at the generation that's coming, damn, we all kind of in the same boat, fam. Damn, something ain't right about that. Damn. We all kind of have about the same amount of money. Damn, we all been living from paycheck to paycheck. We all been looking forward to weekends. We all can take a vacation once or twice a year, if that. Damn, something ain't right about that. That might be a scam. We don't never look at that. We looking at, nah, man, them dudes doing all that. I don't like what they got going on. Why? Why you don't like what them people, why you don't like the way they living? Huh? I'ma just put my money in the bank. Cool. You don't understand that they've programmed you to be a consumer your whole life. You ain't even adjusting to that scam. That's the real scam. Yeah, put your money in this 401k. That's the closest you're going to get to investing. Not even knowing that they backdooring you on that. And then when you get your money out of it, they taxing the shit out of you for that. But we cool with that. Man, I got my money in a 401k. You don't, listen, one of the scariest things in the world for our people is to say, yo, I'm going to take control of my financial future. You know why that's scary? Because in your mind, and we know it, they haven't taught us how to be responsible with our money. They haven't taught us how to invest our money. They haven't taught us how to use all the products. They haven't taught us how. So they've made us dependent on whatever information and knowledge they give us. So anything that's outside of the information and the knowledge that they've given us, we feel like, nah, that's a scam. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. That's a scam. Anything outside of the information, knowledge, and tools that they've given us for free, we feel like that's a scam. Not knowing that what they're giving us for free is costing us generations. Everything they get us is depreciating and is adding value to them. And when I say them, I'm talking about the wealthy as a whole, yo. So when I look at people, when I look at them 9 people and I say, damn, all right, in my mind, I'm looking at it like, okay, yeah, that is 9 white men. All right, cool. What's the blueprint they had, though? Instead of me saying, man, why they ain't got no black people up there? Why they ain't got no women up there? Instead of I'm saying, yo, let me find a queen who I can uplift, let me and her build together. We're going to look at this blueprint that they put out, queen, and we're going to build. And we're going to build. We're going to look at the blueprint. We're going to dissect it. We're going to put these family SOPs in place. We're going to learn how to play the same game that they play. We're going to come up with so many products and services till we can find a company that one day we might can take public and do the same thing like they did. Instead of me complaining about, nah, that's 9 white men. We need to, I ain't worrying about that. I ain't worrying about that. That's done already. That's the obvious. That's obvious right there. That's obvious right there. I ain't tripping on, I can't do nothing about that. I I ain't trauma bonding. That's what people be doing. My brother Derek Gray said, man, they be trauma bonding. Y'all see the trauma and y'all rather put energy in on this ain't right, that ain't right, this old this. Man, I don't want to put no energy in that. That's taking me away from the mentality of what I gotta do to put me and mine in a situation. Mentality, yo. The first word in mentality is me. The first word in mentality is me. I got to get my mind in the right place so I can study the blueprint to learn what these people putting down. I got to learn how to play the game so I can put me in mine. And when I say me in mine, I'm talking about me, my family, my friends, everybody that's connected to me so I can show them the game. I ain't worrying about what them. All right, cool. Because here's the thing. Let's keep this 100. Nobody respects the broke person at the table. I know, see, this is the thing. It be them harsh conversations that we don't be wanting to have. Nobody respects the broke person at the table. You trying to go to the table and you ain't got nothing to bring to the table. People ain't listening to you. But go to the table controlling your community's wealth. Go to the table saying, yo, we control $2.6 trillion, yo. What we talking about? Now you got their attention. Go to the table saying, yeah, you know, we control this. This is what we stand for right here. Nah, we good. We don't want to spend over there because we're going to spend over here. Go to the table saying we control $1.6 trillion in spending and watch how you get some people attention. Go to the table saying, yeah, we can swing markets this way or that way. Watch how you get their attention. Go to the table saying, yo, we control this product and service and it alters the way the world moves. Watch how you get their attention. You're going to the table with nothing. You're going to the table asking for a seat. Now I'm going to take a seat, man. You're going to the table saying, what can we do? Nah, this is what we do, fam. This is what we good at. This is what we do. Go to the table saying that and watch how the conversation change. Information, education changes the conversation. You change the conversation, you change the compensation. I'm going to say it again, man. Education and information changes the conversation. You change the conversation, you change the compensation, yo. That's how you change the game. You don't worry about what, man, they done already, man. That's done already. That's set already. What we doing? What we doing? I ain't got time to be complaining why 9 white men are the richest men in the world. I know why they're the richest men in the world. They had the blueprint. The system on their side. All right, cool. This ain't nothing for me to even complain about. I can't do nothing about that. What I can do, though, is get the information, study the blueprint, study the wolves, get with other people who are culture changers, knowledge pushers, information seekers, get with them people and say, yo, what can we do as a whole to shift our families and shift our communities so we can detach and disassociate ourselves with that and start building our own. That's what I'm focusing on doing, yo. So when you hear me say something like Wallstreet looks like us now, when you hear me say something like building, helping the culture build wealth one share at a time. Why? Because before I can teach you how to build wealth as a whole, I got to teach you how to build the first share. I got to teach you how to build the first building one brick at a time. We won't skip the fundamentals. You feel me? We got to do that, fam. So no, I ain't worried about the 9 richest men being 9 white men. I expect nothing less. I expect nothing less. I ain't tripping on that. And you shouldn't be either. That shouldn't be your focus. Your focus should be, yo, how did them 9 white men get there? How did them 9 white men get there? They don't got no queens up there? Cool. How do we get one queen up there? 100 billion? That ain't easy to get to. It ain't happen overnight. But how do we get there? How do we get in the conversation? Cool. Let's do it. Let's move. You feel me? Like, let's focus on what's important. Ain't like trauma bonding. Yeah, man, we need to have some white, we need to have some black people up there. That's already understood. How do we get them up there? Man, they don't got no black women up there. Cool, that's understood. How do we get one up there? Man, I want my reparations. All right, cool. But go get yours while you waiting on them to give it to you. Go get yours, because I can promise you, you'll get more when you go and get yours instead of waiting on them. Man, I want my reparations, Trap. Okay, cool. Go get them. The market print money every day. Man, my ancestors, yo, what your ancestors deserve is for you to stop depending on them, because the ones that went got it, them ancestors ain't depend on them. They went got it. They bought back their freedom. They bought back their land. They did that. They fought for that. They ain't sit down and wait for nobody to give. No, you going to give me this? You going to give me this? Nah, we going to go get it because we know how the game being played. We ain't tripping on that, man. Nobody waiting for you to give me nothing. You feel me? So if you want to make your ancestor proud, you want to make your forefathers proud, get the information that's going to change your situation, that's going to change your compensation, and then you start putting it into fruition, man. You start planting them seeds so you can harvest, and so the next generation can harvest, and so the next generation can harvest, and then you put them family SOPs in place so everybody can harvest. Nobody waiting on nobody to do nothing, man. Come on, man. Let's go, man. And here's the crazy part. I'm not even telling you not to buy the things that you like in life. No, I'm not telling you that. I'm telling you that let the assets that you buy and create that blossom and flourish for you, take care of that. That's what I'm telling you. Create them family SOPs. That's what I'm telling you. Standard operating procedures. Well, Trap, what is family SOPs? It's the blueprint that your family have. Your family has to have a vision. Your family has to have a mission statement. And your family has to have values. Create those three, and then we work our way down. Start a fund that's made just for investing in real estate. Start a fund that's made just for investing in stocks. Start a fund that's made just to acquire any other businesses. Let's go. 70% of all wealth is lost by the third generation. Why? Because there's no SOPs in place. They stole from us. Cool. We know that. What do? That ain't nothing we don't know. Trap, they stole from us. All right, cool. We know that already. We've been knowing that for years. What are you doing besides being entertained? What are you doing besides holding that inside your heart and not making moves? We know they stole it. All right, cool. How we go get it back? How do we go get it back? We know they stole it. All right, cool. What's next? We gonna keep crying, singing kumbaya that they stole it? What we doing? What we doing? We keep pointing out the obvious. And they still stealing from us. All right, cool. But answer me this question. Are you stealing from yourself? See, I like to deal with me first. Are you still stealing from yourself? Are you still depending on them to feed you? Because if you allow them to feed you, you give them permission to starve you. So are you still stealing from yourself? What can you do to adjust? That's my question. What are we doing to change our situation? Every time you go to that man's job, you know what you're doing? You're making him wealthy. So if you go into that job and you're not investing that money for yourself too, you're making him wealthy. Every time you go to that job and you putting that money on bills, or you sitting that money just in a bank, you making them wealthy. So they stealing from you, stealing from yourself. Let's talk about that. Let's address that. Or are we stealing from ourselves? That's what I want to address. We always want to look at what they doing, what we doing. When the last time you sat down with your family and had a conversation about finances? When the last time you sat down with your family about the inflow, the cash flow, the income statement, or the balance sheet of your family? When the last time you did that? When have you did that? When the last time you went in your house and say, okay, this is all the money I'm spending. This is all the money I'm making. This is all the money I'm wasting. How much of this am I investing? When we did that? When have we done that? If we ain't did that, then we stealing from ourselves too. So now we got 4, 5, 6 hands in our pocket of it ain't none of them ours. When the last time when you got paid, the first thing you did was say, yo, let me pay myself first, not to go splurge, but to go invest. When the last time you did that? When the last time you had a conversation with your kids, your nephews, your nieces about credit? When you did that? Tell me when you did that. So you telling me about what they doing, tell me what you doing. It's the reason why I spend 2 hours with my daughter a day and we just focus on financial literacy. So when I ask her, think what's going to save you in this world, she said financial literacy. Boom, okay, cool. Why financial literacy going to save you, my love? Well, because, Daddy, I'm learning how to use my money and leverage my money. I said, and what that make you? That make me an asset. And what everybody else doing? Or they learning how to spend money. What that's doing? Or that's making them a liability. When the last time you spent 2 hours with your kids instead of trying to put them on somebody, or instead of trying to let them go just get an iPad, when the last time you sat there with your kids and taught them about financial literacy? You know why you can't? Because you don't know. You know why you don't know? Because every time somebody teaching it, you think it's a scam. I'm just trying to figure out when we going to take accountability for things like that. Instead of keep saying, oh, the system did this. Oh, they ain't teach me this. They ain't supposed to teach you. The reason why you think they supposed to teach you is because somebody taught you that they supposed to teach you. So you think you're entitled to this shit. You think they supposed to teach you how to do anything other than get 8. You think they're supposed to teach you. You think the game is playing fair. Every time you look at the game, you realize the game ain't playing. We've been looking at the game for 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 years. We see the game ain't being played fair. But in some in our minds, we thinking one day we going to get up in the game going to be played fair. Tell me how. We've been looking at the game not being played fair forever. Why do we think magically one day these people just going to be forgiven and start playing the game fair? Tell me why. Tell me why. This is why I always say, yo, man, you got to pay to get in the room sometime. I don't mind paying to get in the room. Because if I pay to get in that room, I'm going to get some information that I can take back and bring it to my people. I ain't tripping. Keep telling y'all money is not a goal, it's a tool. Money is not a goal, it's a tool. It's a tool that's going to unlock doors. I ain't getting the money just to hoard it and put it up and say, hey, look all the money I got. Nah, I want to get this money so I can get in this room. I'm going to pay to get in that room. What's going to cost me? $10,000? Cool, let me get in that room. What's going to cost me? $20,000? Cool, let me get in that room. What's going to cost me? $9.97? Cool, let me get that information. What's going to cost me? $4.99? Cool, let me get in that door. Let me get that information. What's going to cost me? $8,000? Cool, let me get in there. All right, cool. Let me read this book. Let me listen to this Audible book so I can get some gem. I listen to an Audible book for 8 hours just to get 1 or 2 gems that's going to change my situation. What is going to cost me? Because I know what I don't do, I know what it's going to cost me on the other side. Either the cost going to elevate me or the cost going to take away from me. It's on you to decide. But here's what we do know. The future is going to tax us more. The future is going to tax me more. So let me get it now. But the reason why you don't want to spend the money, man, I work so hard for this money. Man, I work so hard for this money, Trap. I can't let this money go. All right, I get it. Trap, man, you don't know I work 60 hours for this money, Trap. I get it. The biggest financial decision that you will ever make in this world is how much of your money that you work for is you going to allow to work for you. And that just don't mean in stocks or real estate. That mean even in information that's going to change you. My biggest investment is the one I made in Trap. The biggest investment I'm going to make throughout my life is going to be the one I make in Trap. You know why? Because at 89, Warren Buffett said he read 500 pages a day. Ain't no way in hell I'm going to let that old ass white man outread me. Because if he read 500 pages a day, whether he listening to a speed reading, that let me know at 89 and 90, if he's still doing it, I'm 38 years old, yo. I got a long way to go. I ain't gonna never stop learning. So the biggest investment I'm gonna always make gonna be in Trap. It ain't gonna be in real estate. It ain't gonna be in stocks. You know why? Because the investment I make in myself, every day I learn something new, and then every day I go out and apply the information and use it. That information, that investment is paying me dividends.